Beloved, I bring you greetings from the Inside Studios. If you see me here, then it means you know you are watching The Virtuous Woman, a program that is set to talk about anything concerning women, anything that has to do with the health, the nurturing of women, societal issues, anything that you find women in. And come to think of it, is there anything that there is no woman included? It means every area of our lives. And that is why we, the Virtuous Woman, we have taken it upon our lives that we will come share with you, learn also from you, so that we will all make this world a better place for us all. And so today we are here again by the grace of God, because if it had not been by Him on our side, we wouldn't be here. Truly, it has been the grace of God. Yes. We thank God for how far He's brought us. Yes. And today too, as God may have it, it was supposed to be a pregnancy diary. But as God may have it, a very wonderful change has come. Even though you saw only a lady on the poster, you will see the couple joining us. Yeah, and so it is a mix up of pregnancy diary, marriage made easy. We want to learn, all around learning from before, during, and after pregnancy. Yeah, and so we also know that it is the joy of every woman to have a child of his own. And so let me say, it is the joy of every couple that they may have a child of their own. This is because it is a gift from God. Yes. It is not that they mature it or they produce it themselves, but it is a gift from God that we can't dispute about it. And as one of my passions that I talk about, I share with women or hold hand in hand with women who are seeking for the fruit of the womb, not really seeking for the fruit of the womb, but women who have to talk about their pregnancy before, during, and after. But as I said, one of the very important or difficult part of this journey that I have to talk about is when it has to do with a TTC couple. When it has to do with a waiting couple, couples who are waiting for the Lord for the fruit of the womb, or they were supposed to wait, or they waited before the miracle happened. Why? Because it's quite an uncomfortable one to talk about, because it is a very sensitive situation that needs to be approached by wisdom and knowledge. And so it is always a heartwarming one when you hear or a couple approaches you and they say, okay, we are willing to share with you, we are willing to share with your viewers our part of the story, what God has done for us, the testimony, how we went through. We want to hold hand in hand with your women so that we can say that we can do it. God will do it, and it is possible. And that is one of the reasons why we are here. And so it is marriage made easy coupled with pregnancy diary. And you know that when you hear about marriage made easy, then it means I cannot be here alone. Otherwise, it may be a biased one. So I am here with the CEO of the Inside Studios, the brain behind all that you are seeing. He is here with me. The oil on my head, my master, the master of the home, he is here with me so that we can do this together. And he's no other person than today I'll mention his name so that he doesn't say something. It's Mr. Osikeni Georges. And I am Susie Osikeni Georges. You are welcome. He is welcome to do this with me.
Thank you. I mean, you are welcome. Today I didn't say that because you already done it. I mean, but I mean, good evening to everyone. It's sincerely a joy and honor to have you. Guess what? And the ABG in it. You to America, I didn't hear about Vision. So no so relax say what na say off of pen off of paper. Uni ade ede. The ede back of yes ni say obi kan say ndi ahun. All can no e bia na wo to de ne ho a. I say we eba boa we yam boa. We say me nko a say me nko na me ware pa bonsam me ware bonsam. E normal. But say when ti obi de na ye say nko a de na say nko a de na David e ogasa na ti be bia. Tin am say na say. Just sit back, feel free, let's learn. We do 3 things here. We learn, to unlearn, and then relearn. That means you see idea we are. Not the you see any say you need no idea here. Where you we say. Now, why said that was in the best I say, you think you worry 20 years. You think you worry 30 years. You think you worry 50 years. It doesn't come by joke.
Me come the process 65 years. I said, okay.
Wow. So that means I can't be complaining. That means okay. That means I can't be complaining now. I mean, I guess
we are just 3 days.
Please, you can continue. So sit back, let's have fun and get it together. Thank you.
We are going to have fun, and we are most especially we are going to learn how to live with each other, living with each other. Now and then, and crying for you now, make a tree. And so you have to be ready. But you can put down your correcting pen a bit so that I can freely throw in my tree today.
I was pretty pro. I look at that. I mean, unfortunately, I want to see any problem yet.
And then Papa all country, you know, and now make a tree. Now, and the past, Mrs. Daniel Acquaah, almost almost. So many barbershop or more experience when it comes to marriage, pregnancy, before, during, and after. Nti the pastor will be able to the one way you. Safe na uba be worry. Afe na ube tusa na mana fe na uba be nyinsen a wo hwe se Nyankopon be yesa adom wo ma wo braba mu enne kakra ye besua se de be ye betumi nipa bisa etimi atena ewo ye society enti ye pese ye ma Mr. Acquaah ewo inside studio no so.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's so far. We thank you so much. Say kind, and as I'm reaching to out, mommy and you now muji to. It was supposed to be say, mommy one but as God may have it, Mr. Say or no so be kind or be money support or be kind of version of whatever happened. Say the bear may be in crime. Oh, so be when you obey. Still, a he's in that situation now. And to Mrs. Acquaah, but say, they don't know you guys. So, if I see a say, Mr. and Mrs. Acquaah, Lady Rita, and Mr. Daniel, you one. If I see him, son.
Okay. Me and Daniel Acquaah. Me and Graham and Infantil. Me and I'm
okay.
It's me school me enter to education because of football. So after that, we can go yes, and drop it down. And I'm be writing.
Wow. Lady Rita. Rita, I know Mr. say, me papa baby, but me name me, and once papa say me new but me say name or one.
And the one says when you this is secret and one so and one way right. Number one is your number or sample. Me worry that the say Acquaah is our county within that Rita or sample Acquaah. But you achieve me. Papa achieve me and mammy and
Okay.
Nti bi ne me nana nso na ti na mo nti dem a ewe no mo ti ha ti twi ai ba cho ye eni anu mo se 5 ye emma ko kana be ma ba ko na me awari mo so na no me ni saye emma da
Wow.
na
Yɛde nyame ase. Na Rita ne Daniel de minim sɛ na mene ɔmo kɔ asɔre. Na deɛ ebehu ara ne sɛ
Mr. Daniel said he actually dropped out of school and went to Qatar in the name of pursuing the football career. I mean, I didn't know that. I was a Qatar guy. I didn't know that. I mean, I never realized that. I mean, so, but at least thank God he finally. I'm not sure if he stayed. I'm not sure he would have met him. I mean, thank God he's here. I mean, I'm not saying right, just thank God that I had the opportunity to see him here. But it just feels good to know. Sometimes you may not always get things as you want, but I mean, you make them moving as much as life is. I mean, you might want to have been there, but who knows the counsel and the will of God for all of us. We may not always know. We may not always know, but at least looking at him and how he is today, we thank God for him. I mean, who knows what could have happened in Qatar? I mean, that is, I think, a nugget you could not overlook. So, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I was saying that sorry. Mene rate our one branch. But everyone said Mr. Daniel Abba na wabepa Mr. So if it was like, how did you guys meet? Connection started for you because when you be money and be come kakra.
Well, on the way to me,
1 years I saw over for it, so
na me catch me back and check me say some months na me were to be called actually Pentecost. So it do football so most of the time I go Pentecost and Sabbath so I can hear what see them or Pentecost also down into almost from now me know my passion. Nti mi football sa church football celebration. Na mi na be family say you back football operation. Nti we na mi be moon. Here mistake. Sorry more organization. It was a dinner, youth dinner. Not result. Youth dinner result. Nti I am not table no one. Maybe what I say, how many people better than because I did commodity one. Besides, make publish about me Munda. I don't know so on what I'm doing. I'm about the country. In community, we use leader, they can finish. So when you say, yes, share, let them say, go to the football. And we built in another city one. And the week in our me enter a pitch this one, or should the make get now? Na high no see one, so need now for and it is a fantastic and the lady is a lot pressure team in our pressure.
Okay.
It's a new communicating now because you might have a point in it, make that community on you now. Now, super media, I'm not sure. So, the media man, my friend. 2 years, I'm in training.
2 years ba.
In Gambia, that's all. No, to me, Jay would they are not saying on already and they are not there. Wow.
2 years now I'm telling you. Maybe say I was present the same thing as someone so what? The war now the magic. No, Russia, not a salad, but never been preaching. So long as I'm a salad and me free her. Sorry. It's in I mean, the Bible in the Bible to her. It's really not the Bible to the song who not see you
Divine connection.
Divine connection.
It's going to be good connection where you need to be at the position. That is not facility. You percent in an person. It's a little case of which I am percent to this of the honors way, but so we say you.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a good story.
Hey.
A very powerful story for that matter. A very powerful story. You can close your eye to that.
Find yourself in church. Oh.
Share dinner. Share dinner. Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
You go for dinner, yeah, you know. Yesterday, after church program, after the minister tools program, just after the program, like all the women and their kids were running to go out because it's late, and then you could see the young people chatting, and then one lady who was married said, "Now we should leave it for the young. They have to get to know it." Go out. And I said, "It's good. Though. Find yourself in church. Check programs.
Of course.
Don't stay at home." Wow.
I mean, let me salute. I think I see my woman of God. Mommy, I love so much today. I'm gonna to see you. I mean, I feel so good seeing you. Mama, Mrs. Lady. I'm trying to be the bishop, the apostle, the episcopal ordinance of the woman.
Okay.
Okay, if say how you there, wait me in Bacho. So I mean, let me tell you, my woman of God, Lady Anne-Marie McCarthy, woman of God, I salute you. I mean, sincerely enjoy seeing you. When I saw you, I was so happy seeing you. I mean, God bless you. I see my woman of God, the major's wife, major's wife, Mrs. Sophia, I salute you, woman of God. Thanks for being here. Always a joy and honor seeing you. Yeah, I think when she saw you coming. When you saw both of us, he said, I mean, nothing should be hidden today. Everything should be said. And then she asked, where is Becky? I mean, that's a question for you. Where is Becky, please? That means Becky did well. I mean, she slept at the right time. She slept at the right. Actually, when I asked where is Becky, and I know that she was, I said, oh, thank God. That makes it easy for all of us here because we don't have a choice most of the time. They are the reason why we do this, so we don't want them to. We don't want to make them uncomfortable for them. Neither uncomfortable for us. So when they sleep, then is the best thing that we can never ask ourselves for. We are so grateful for that. So I think she said she seated with her hand choking the cheek, ready to hear everything. She said, 2 years ago.
You're not 2 years ago.
That means to her the 2 years were too small.
Long story.
I think the one of God lady Acquaah Nana in 3 hours. Woman of God, salute you. God bless. I mean, I think I still remember your face. Thanks for being here. Sincerely enjoy and honor seeing you here. I mean, I think Mrs. Really, I'm happy. Woman of God, salute you. Thanks for being here. I think those are the ones that right? Thanks for being here. Sincerely enjoy having everybody on board.
Yeah. We go right. We continue where we left off. Yes. They have made us understand how they met. We have gotten to know them better. For those of us, but you also want to know how long they have been married. marriage is a very, very long journey, and it's a very important decision that needs to be taken. That is, if it is supposed to be taken. And so, you can say, as a young person, Obia was arguing with who expectation when you are preparing your mind to get into marriage, or even as a young person, as you see married couples going about their normal routines and all that, there are certain things you see about them and you have an idea or you imagine how you would want yours to be. So you have an expectation. So this expectation, and then our real kasa abasuna, you are living with your spouse. That is the reality of what you imagine, whether it is corresponding, whether it is far different, whether what you saw on the television, that is the ones that most inspired us. Are they the same as what we are experiencing? We want to understand from the couple say, what was their expectation before and then into marriage? How was it? As a form of maybe an advice to a young person out there. Lady Rita, I see where they want to share you. Oh, their line is off. Yeah. Their line is off. We are hoping they will be back. We are talking about a little of marriage made easy and pregnancy diary with Mr. and Mrs. Acquaah. They are joining us right from Italy here, from the comfort of their own home. And they are sharing with us their beautiful story. While, of course, we are talking about the beginning of everything, but it is also going into their waiting period as a waiting couple, as a CCT couple, that is a trying to conceive couple. What they had to go through, the difficulties they had to encounter, how supportive people were with them, how insensitive people were with them, and how they went through all that, and then at the end of the day, God glorified himself in their lives. And so that is what they are here to share with us. Please, viewers, we want to say a very big thank you to you. That you always share your screens with us. You are always here, because if you are not there, we won't also be here. So we say a very big thank you for always being here to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn with us. Our beautiful couple are here, and so we throw back the question to them so they help us with it. Okay, let me start say at least make us say what as a lady no. And I say in your young age, of course, you are still young, but before the marriage, you had a lot of couples around. You have watched, let's say, we watched a lot of movies. We saw samples and samples of marriage and how it was lived. So we have an imaginary thing in our mind. Say, okay, I would want my marriage, say, a baby. Okay, now you are married. Dear, we imagine that dear whom we are now. What can I say now? Open. Baby who say, eh, sorry, I'm not baby, baby, as I said, Dana. Oh, sorry, I'm not say, tea, I bro, permanent, no, and I'm so sorry now.
God have mercy.
Oh, sorry now. Just say, I said, you my friend, you have because almost say, oh, film, no one, I say, you look up also outside, they be almost shut out the chrono to care, and I'm about sorry, no more sunny, I did not. Like they are smiling and everything. Now that we are married, are you seeing or comparing the two? As an advice to a young lady out there, of course, Mr. will also use it as an advice to a young man out there. So we are asking, say, comparing the two, no, what would you tell us?
Okay. All right. This one is yeah, maybe it's the don't worry, don't continue. And how we are happy here with water. We are not sorry in my worry. I'm some of it. And now the way I heard it every time. I
Yeah. Wow. Our lady Rita said that thank God when she, of course, she has had, as I said, imaginary, that is how you want it to be. You have seen from movies and all that. But in marriage, she saw that it was not quite what we have seen, how we imagine it. And she used a very important phrase. She said, in some marriage videos that she watched to gain knowledge, she heard that it said, marriage is not for the weak. And she saw rightly that when she got married, she understood that statement, that it is not for the weak. It is actually a work. Yeah. She also mentioned the fact that she had great people around her to prepare her into marriage, to know that the man you are going to join yourself to, or who is coming for your hand in marriage, is also another person, not the same as you, joining. And so you have to be ready to adapt to that person. Wow. She also mentioned that prayer was also a factor that she used in preparing herself into marriage. Wow. Mr. Daniel Acquaah, can you also help us?
me ato, it's not that. It's a bit. On the next level, you can do it on the experience. The most of the systems also around there. Though I'm the same about the museum. Now, I don't attention.
Okay.
And I started to me a perform in the sense. Because every time I put on my nose, the last maybe I misunderstand the person who is doing that. No one knows that. Who is never inside. Probably the media. Right. The last lecture was any time but the media that said, let's say, I need to have one year. You are one of us. You know, and then I have an answer in the and the first we do anything that and then the dance at the right time, we must have the last one. More at the end of the day, there's so much. Mimi anasema kwamba mtu ndio mwenye so so what you want to this year, don't call your mother, don't call your father. You have a spiritual father, you have a spiritual mother, all those people. Even when you home now, nothing. Both of you waiting us so well. Make that as a way.
Thank you.
Because my wife,
What do you do?
so sorry to my wife, no. And yeah, the money in the house.
Yeah.
I think we have to do all this. So, it's a big market. We don't say we don't say we almost don't say
Wow, that's a good thought there. I'm sure. Of course, you see, I'm going quick, but I'm trying to make my nose. I'm trying to make my nose. I mean, it's very thoughtful to hear such ideologies to say. And when they say the final, not necessarily like maybe they should blows or have they choke themselves. Like this normal disagreement that come between couples. I mean, as it is. I mean, except me, when my wife brings it to me, I don't do anything. Me, I don't. She is a guy. She 5 and me. I'm very polite. So you know most of the so when she brings it, me, I'm a Christian brother. You know, I'm born again. No. So when it happens like that, what does she do? Is able to have, no matter what happens, they know that it's both of us in this, and then both of us solves it. And I think one point she made is that the third party syndrome. I mean, it's something. One day we need to talk about this. Into details. This third party syndrome, where everything that happens in your house is in your father's house, or it's in your mother's house. And then I'm married. I'm married. There are people who are married and they are dying and they are dead. That is extreme. I don't like that either. I also don't like people who are everything they tell you to their home. Everything. I mean, it's bad to hear. Like, I've disagreed with my wife and then she go to the mother and tell the mother that my husband disagreed with me. I mean, honestly, so. I know that if it gets to the extreme where you are being beaten, your life is threatened, you should talk about it. That you must talk about it. Don't keep those ones a secret. But if it's a normal thing that happens to couple and then you are daddy's girl or your mommy's boy. So whatever happens in the house, I need to go tell my mother. I need to go tell my father. I mean, sometimes what I don't like when somebody take you to this, we say, don't forget that there's nothing like an ex-brother or ex-sister. And always be ex-husband or ex-wife. So I keep my sister. Then you should have married anyway. I mean, you need a lot of discretion to deal with things like that, because in as much as you are dealing with the home, even the tongue and the teeth, they will disagree. But it's not disagreement that matters. how to solve it. And he said that before they go to bed, I mean, if my wife that she doesn't go, she like it in the morning when she wake up and she's fresh, you know. Then she want to talk. It's okay. Anyhow, yeah. Anyhow, you still have. Anyhow, you still have. So you. But the most important part is that you are able to make peace. The both of you at least make the home homey enough that the husband who go to work will love to come home. The woman who go to work will love to come home. Not like I'm close to work and I don't want to go home because there is fire on the matter. I mean, that is a good thought to share with us. Bless you. I mean, I agree with you.
Wow.
I think you wanted to defend yourself.
No, I was reading into what you were saying, but I don't want to go there. So I'll leave it there like that. We'll finish it back door. Wow. I hope every one of us, we are all learning. It is a school. Even though we were given the certificate before we began, we are now schooling. So we will not finish. We are still in it. We are all learning, whether you have been married for 20, for 30, for 5 years, for a year, for 3 months, we are all learning. We are all learning. We know that by the end of the section, we will all pick 1 or 2 nuggets that we are going to practice it in our homes, and it will be of a blessing to us and our community. Wow, we are still on it. It is Marriage Made Easy and then Pregnancy Diary. A waiting couple who has been, it didn't happen as they expected. Okay, we will know whether they were really, we will all know as we go on. But I want to ask them, meaning say, at least in our African setting, so who are we say, of course, I have not asked how many years you've been married. How many years have you been married?
This month we are doing
8 years.
Yeah.
Already. November.
Oh.
First November. Wow. Already. Wow. God has been good. God has been good. Wow. So as I said, we know that our community say, Oya warrior, Obia need so everybody is watching you. Everybody, yeah. Some is just out of love. Okay. Some may be out of just curiosity. But everybody's desire, and even the couple themselves, it may be their desire that, like if you're a guy like me and you want pack, everything fast, you would want to say, when you get into marriage, God will bless you quickly enough, so you don't get to tension your own self of whether it will happen or not. Of course, other couples may also want to enjoy small. But generally, in our community, it is expected, say, oh, warrior, maybe a year or a year and a half, now you're about dedication, or 2 years, at least what you went in 1 year. Second year, when you perceive who say, we're free and you're flat to send me the what they say. But,
Amen.
but I bet you, then it means a marriage ceremony no be witness say no. Almost started repair home paso. And as God may also have, God also once said, yeah, and I come as to be obey my ebia na mre na enye yesterday nyankopon epeno na yenso ye peno. But eya na ye very in a haste to say e best nyankopon eye. His times are not, the timings are not always the same. The question papers before every married couple is not the same. Some may have to answer the questions and finish. Some they will start the questions and God will interrupt and give them their blessing. It is not always the same. But African community, community na stem na make no be expect say a bestie. We want to know where the times are some more expect my worry. Of course, I want to know whether you were expecting. Na ma mudiza say mo re mu na mo pese me bibi antentem na mo yi mu nsefri wana say na mo pese mo twen kakra. So now mo say the na mo pe ni bia no. You want to hear say ba na say na mo twen, but people were insensitive and asking you lots of questions, or people were supportive and saying, okay, in himself fake run more, so you guys should take your time. Na bibi sa wo wana.
But yeah, you said you want to realize that you enjoy and say how fun and sana because when I want to read, you will be one of these. Yeah, you pass but yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, mercy. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Mercy.
We say this is the whole I can't really remember. We can do that. I'm going to see what
Thank you.
Wow. But how long do you guys have to wait until say would say the news and I say a lady Rita saying how long did you have to wait? 6.5 years. Hey, how can I to say like 2 years? Wow. Rita, 6 years yeah now will training. I want to know because it seems say yeah now a man they are much more affected by this situation because I know call dedications, call weddings, call na obi ekutanema 31st night na New Year resolutions obi hu wa na oka we obi hu wa na oka say obi kra obi wo hono ma enije a owo ma wa na so do ma wenti obetime ne back de ne bakra ma obi so wo so a peste ode won sakra be kaniba. Those things, did you ever have to go through that? Were people insensitive about your situation and won't comedy and ask a passing comment? Did you ever have to encounter money? Yeah.
I think I'm trying to work with the when you start using the Bluetooth, the hearing became a little bit difficult. So I'm trying to get it, but I'm still not able to get it. I'm not sure whether you can disconnect the Bluetooth for me. Sincerely, about to start using it, I know that the hearing has not been easy. I'm trying to work on it, but it doesn't seem to get better. And now I'm hearing it in the comment, please. Oops, they actually went off too, but I'm sure they will come. They will come right back. But I mean, they are sharing with us beautiful truth that none of us can take any of it for granted at all. I mean, it's actually not an easy thing. Waiting for waiting for this, waiting for the fruit of the womb. It doesn't come so easily. Because if you had it easier, like even we 1 year we already have a child. I mean, for 1 year we had a child. But what is very key is that even the few months that we didn't get pregnant, we're like, how come the few months passed? I mean, like, maybe months. I think it was maybe like these cycles that came like once or twice. Not even a month because we got married I think in June. And before April, before the end of April, we had Gabriel has already arrived. So you could basically say a year we had a child, but we still thought it took too long than necessary. But it's awful to wait for 6 years and you are still believing God for. And church members, it's like they gave birth to you. They are waiting for their grandchildren. They don't have patience. They are saying, hey. I mean, if you there is a short video done by our lady Judith, Mrs. Judith Acquaah, for us one of our lessons and the questions that you shouldn't ask
Couples in waiting.
couples in waiting. I mean, it was very good thought. I mean, that video went very, very far. We had a lot of comments, a lot of calls on the fans, and it was very good because as simple as it sounds, you may be thinking good, you may be saying you are helping, but you have no idea what you are doing. The emotional things they go through psychologically. Please, what you were saying. You were saying.
Okay. Every month, our expect is something to happen. And then I want to report a step, I have to be beating very fast. It's not pressure, I'll put the pressure on me. The pressure comes so. But I'm not as long as I always say, if you want to use too much, they want to have a music. So, visa. And yes, I'm so I get them without me access because I remember to say, now it's this is a woman or sometimes it's really some. Sometimes it's really sometimes it's like
Sorry.
Spiritually, the younger seven physically, I can. Wow. Thank God for the good people that God plays around you to help you in those times of your.
I mean, you still quiet that time. I mean, he could have really given a very good advice and a very good position. I mean, but. I mean, just on the light side. I mean, you don't have to take pressure. We are not really learning, and we just want to have fun. So don't feel bad. You want to just go a little bit off. But the ideology is just to say some people are waiting, some people are going through things, and sometimes don't let the fine clothes. I mean, make you think different. People carry things that you have no idea of. I mean, don't let the makeup lie to you. Don't let the fine dresses lie to you. I've had people, my wife will tell you, I've had people that if you meet them outside, they're okay. If they come to my house and when they attend the store, you look at them like, it looks like you are okay. I mean, are you sure? But it's people, of course, I'm not saying they should show you their trouble on the road. No, they shouldn't. After all, if they show it to you, we can't help them solve it. So there's no need to show you their trouble. But the most important thing is that treat them well, be nice to people who have no idea what they are dealing with at every material moment in their life. And
this one, especially when you know what they may be going through. Yeah.
A bit more.
You have an idea of what is going on. And so most of the time it is asked that you have to be really careful. Pray through whatever words you want to utter to them. I was listening to some of my old videos and Lady Mame Wilma Forson was sharing with us. Just you even have to study the person's mood, the person's temperament to know whether this person I can say this phrase to. I think your relationship with the person also is very, very important. Am I that free with you to come and stay on 31st night, Afis's day, especially when I know it is your heart desire, but it's not happening. Even if I have to say, even if I'm very friendly to you, I still have to be careful. All this has to be done through prayer. You have to be led. If you don't have anything at all to say, you would have to pray with the person.
Taking the guns with the guns to say, Let me salute my papa, the Honorable Apostle Efree Clement. I salute you. Good evening to you. Always a joy and honor to have you here with us. Let me read some comments whilst I know we made a bit far behind time. Nana Joa salute you, always constant. Nana salute you. It's sincerely a joy whenever I see you here. He said, even though we are all familiar with wedding vows, to love, to honor, to cherish, there are promises that we might never say out loud that are the foundation for a marriage to last and, more importantly, be happy. And these are the popular. He says safety, Faithfulness, commitment, and reliability. I like that. Faithfulness, safety, commitment, and reliability. I mean, I like those thoughts because they are very, very powerful. You take any one of them out, you can still have a marriage, but not happiness at home. The woman of God, from Royal Delirious Kitchen, woman of God, I salute you, always a joy and honor. Please, I think I've dealt with that. God bless you. Thanks for being here. Mrs. Judith, I salute you, woman of God. Thanks for being here. Please, I hope the line is clear now for you to hear. It's not easy. Even the pressure from outside, that is the truth, my sister. You may be dealing with a lot already about yourself. Sometimes some people may be doing well, but
They mean well.
It still doesn't go well because sometimes better leave them alone than saying something.
But some of the time it is not every woman or every waiting couple who wouldn't want to hear a refreshing word from somebody.
But it should be truly refreshing. That's what the problem is.
Okay.
Even if the energy is okay, and he said with that positive energy, even if the person doesn't want it, he embraced it because it came out well, and then the energy around it is positive. But when it comes to sarcasm, I mean, I said, no one won't have for. I mean, just like it is, it may not come out in its baddest form, but just because you said it, then the person decides whether it is good or bad. But when you are it in an energy more liquefied and more like a protective energy, it sounds so good. Even if the person don't like it, say, this one became good, they will definitely pick it up. And the woman of God said, outside gentility, home cry. My that is very common. Nigerians call it package. The one of the Royal Delicious.
Wow.
I mean, Nigerians call it packaging.
Packaging.
I think.
Yeah, recently I met a Nigerian lady, so she was telling me, it is not packaging, we are packaging, no? It is not all that we need to do. Our main important thing that we want to share when it has to do with our waiting couples, when we chat with them, is to encourage all our waiting couples out there and also inform, get the community informed about how we have to relate to them, because it is what carries them through the period until God glorifies himself.
Sure.
And so we should be very, very careful of what we say or what we don't have to say to them. We heard Mr. Daniel saying that Pastor, our Reverend Kofi Baswa, he would tell me, when you go home, greet Becky for me. Okay, and this is fake acting, okay?
Yes.
And Daniel feels so something like satisfied, like somebody is there thinking about me. Somebody is there is holding our hands through this period of our lives, and you will know that it is coming from a genuine heart. So this is our aim. We are not here to share the stories because we want to mock somebody out there. No. But we want to hold hand in hand with any couple out there who is also waiting for God to do this, to give it. It is a gift. It would have been easy for those who have it to also help the other ones who don't have. They would have. But it is not possible because it's only God who gives. And what we can only do to help ourselves is to support each other, especially pray with them. You are praying in your corner, mention their names, pray for them. That is what you can do. They may not know you are even praying for them, but the one who is up there knows you are praying for them.
I've been another comment from Christianity TV said, know each other deeply, share each other's dream. Now both of you should have common dream, if I get the message right. Daily communication is the secret of successful marriage. Trust your partner completely. I think I like that word. Completely. Trust makes marriage strong. The arguments are inevitable, but never sleep without resolving any misunderstanding. That is a good thought there. Bless you. I mean, bless you. That is it. I think I'm trying to read all the comments. If I miss one, please forgive me.
Let me read that. Do you have more to add as to whether people were supportive to you or they were insensitive and all that? I think they are.
The line,
What's the main kind?
the line seems to have reached.
Yeah, the line is freezing.
Yes. Very support. Like this is a word.
Wait a bit. I'm not sure if you could go out and come back.
Yeah, but
your line is not actually flowing either. It has freeze actually. Okay, I think it's better. Okay, better. Thank you.
It's better.
Please, you can go ahead.
Okay. Your son, mommy, Baswa, also play a very good role in my life. Because now you so suggest, never be ready, mommy. Why is it? Why exams? Why is it? Never be ready. No, to make a change, maybe to make a change, say yes. Or to use or to meet your proof for so mommy say, try with you, say, yeah, I know to make it more. I know to make it here. And Mrs. Ogumola, and Nikum. Also, this any Mrs. Asian, roots, digness roots. When you learn the Bible, when you learn the Bible, and have change. This is the woman that they are going to be from that. Or to be beside me, house, my teacher, me private hospitals. I should yes. And so now, the people will make remember. Minimum back, minimum back. Now, you put now, yes, and also the same thing, 3 months back. It's minimum say 4 times before Rebecca.
Wow.
Yes. 1 month after Rebecca by. This is more like the moment I gave you on more than what you said. One and every I'm going to show it away. This is my place to get this to so that I so this is a woman family. This is the one many was because one year. Two prayers, physical side, this is the exams, this is the one I thinking, you didn't know what's enough.
I mean, it's let me say that a little bit. I know at the time, but no part of it that is easier. Most of the time, when you handle these troubles alone, it's very difficult.
Yes.
They say a problem shared is half solved already. Just by hearing it. When you think that somebody is with you, it's then easier. If you said that it's not like it's easy, but just because somebody said I am with you, even if they are not, they don't mean it. Just those words are enough. And that is why the body of Christ we suffer today, because we think that let him suffer. Let him suffer. See, if only you are the one suffering, you know that okay, you need help. Everybody needs help. One way or the other to be able to make it. Look at that. We salute Mr. and Mrs. Ogumola. I mean, thanks for the good work done. You might have saved a soul from committing suicide. I mean, we've dealt with people who are at the blink of committing suicide, like this close. That just the word from that one was able to make the changes. And I think that is why people say nice to people, nice, best as you can. Even if you're angry with them, don't meet them and fight them. Just be nice, let them find their own another way. But just be nice, because you are not sure who you may push to hell and who you can push out of hell. I mean, that is I mean, salute our Papa Ababazo, Mama Papi, we salute you. Thank for the good word. Mama Bazo, we salute you. Elder Essien, we salute you. I mean, look, you go and be the daughter for me. Look at how encouraging that is. It sounds so good, and I think it made it easy for them to make it this one.
Yeah, we have mentioned.
Yes, I've mentioned his name. I mean, my own papa, I don't take for granted that.
Wow. You are on the virtuous woman. You are on the virtuous woman. You know, one thing that we always stress on when it comes to women in what they do in their corner. We always say that it is not for you to hold a mic before a big congregation, but any corner that you are helping a woman, you are helping somebody in that difficult moment, that is a pulpit for you.
Yes.
And so, Mrs. Ogunmola, CEO of the Interceding Moms platform, I always saw Rita on it. Sometimes you don't even know what to say to them. We had women who were in the group who were waiting. I remember vividly Miss Faculty. I remember Rita. Like, we were praying, but if you will not reach out to them directly, but we know it is just enough praying. And today they are with us, and God has shown himself strong. Any woman out there, whatever you are doing to help one another, you are actually brightening the corner where you are. You are with your ministry already. You don't need a congregation. That very little thing that you are doing to encourage somebody is enough. God is pleased with it. Wow. Wow. Don't forget, please, you can see it behind us. The Inside Studio is proudly sponsored by the Royal Delicious Kitchen. And so, speaking, God has shown himself strong, and you have to dedicate your baby, and you need somebody to refresh your guest for you. Reach out. If you are in Italy, Brescia, even if you are at Verona, wherever you are, reach out to Royal Delicious Kitchen, and she will be at your service. Is it a wedding? Is it your birthday party? She's ready, right from antipasto, as we call it in our country here, to first course, second course. She will gladly be at your service. You need local drinks, she will do it for you. That is Royal Delicious Kitchen. You can find her on Facebook as Royal Delicious Kitchen, or her personal account, that is Mame Ajiman. Yeah, you can also find her on Facebook, and she will be at your service. Wow. If it's even somebody is celebrating her birthday, for example, I can see Lady Judith Acquaah. I know she's a very foodie. You know she's celebrating her birthday, and you want to surprise her. I mean, the same, she's like me, so I know her. She's celebrating her birthday, and you would like to have something little, a bit of food, drinks, spring roll, meat pie, salad, and you want to do a small package for her as a surprise. You can reach out to Royal Delicious Kitchen. She will prepare it and present it to the person for you. That is all royal for you. Wow. Mr. and Mrs. Acquaah, you are doing a great job. I believe that somebody has been encouraged by your story. But as we went on, Yehu said God has glorified himself. I don't know how you felt, or because it would be difficult, because it's not that you had never gotten pregnant. In 6 years. So I don't know. Say your faith one at home, there will be that excitement at home, because you don't. It's not that you have never experienced it before. Nah, but so as the way the at home, say a bit na because I was about to ask you, how were you feeling? But there will no need for that question because it's quite difficult. You already know how it always happens, say Tomwa. So I will go on and ask, say, okay, God has helped you. He has carried you through the journey to the due term, okay, the due date, and you have to go into labor. How was labor for you? How was labor for you? Was it that easy? Did you go as the prayer we always pray? We want to deliver as the Hebrew women. How was it? Did you labor for 2 days? Was it 45 minutes like mine? How did it happen for you? And then later, seeing your miracle baby, a baby you have longed for after 6 years in marriage.
Sometimes it's spirit of fear. Because me waiting 6 years, means a spirit of fear, and I have it. And then take care you of the because saying said about the slow. It's not me very careful. Say it to me, but I say me careful not say. So I don't know that into me bombay like that. Because almost really feel. And that's what I said. We be so was. The moment me as I'm doing me, you said I don't have problem. In their own mommy relax to me more better at this only this here and when you can bring us. And the woman that the movie me imagine that you also go and review precious. Oh, yeah. The moment I'm happening, I'm putting a review for and the matter means something. But me quite too much back, me give me a baby. And it just have one of them, Miss Uncle Talk and you know, we want to see a that is your the same thing like mama and you know, mommy buying things that and say, this year, and I'm going to be even. And you know, we are so worried about it. And you am the same. I think in the morning, is what we going to do. And then we sit down and say, hey, that's too late. Okay. And the top of the second one was the way. To me, I don't say, well, I don't play. I can't tell you also. I don't say, but I don't feel like a surprise.
I hate to
That was already a surprise. I was wondering if I was here. What is the romantic thing I can't believe on the surprise?
What if we tell you so you're romantic?
Yeah. And it's really true. What kind of school you in Yamias? The word of Kaya and also getting Yamias. And that means I need some from months, the one was in 9 months. It's a mom, she and it means that I'm on your mother. It means that I'm on a casa. Mamma won't be me. It means that the spirit of fear be too free. It's a mamma, I could go and that's no. And in the moment, to go back to
wow.
Yes, yes, because I know that because some really can debate to Sunday 9 months in the morning. Just a month, baby, may always have to start saying, baby, okay. It's a month, happiness, just the experience of me, I one kind of me, maybe. No, we are coming this land. It's me, the minister, the media, yes. Yes, it is the one with the fine, but the moment we depend Okay. Nti Becky the Becky needs some the video is yet nti after 9 months no. No kwena me ko hospital no. I mean na or bring to na on and I mean I go hospital no back so then actually wait me to hospital. Nti ko to hospital am a week. Also the way I meet and the one morning it be very okay. And me aba. Wait me pushing to the almost trusting gym to give me with that. I need to yes because we don't have prepared to move for that. And you go to that Saturday long say no. I will try and tell I will try. That's still not they have to create. And I am just no printing was in a way and I'm not being loving us.
Hey.
Only I'm not being loving us because the moment when you start to go in, I started. I wanted to start to use.
Wow.
Meeting our support say, me go back to the bon friend, my Reverend Kofi Baswa. Because from the beginning of the pregnancy, if it's not Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, up to the 9 months.
Yes. Yes.
Praying. But
Yes.
Sure.
Wow.
Thank you.
Mr. Daniel, maybe Becky Abeju. So now you were present or you were informed that Waba say, how did you feel when you saw her or when you were informed that Becky Abeju?
Nti na go hospital na doctor na tell me say go dey make you am so kakra every time I'm doing that theater make it because you know having in our we on the date that was 13 June but about 18
Okay.
but more friend no down next friend na me no the moment I do no and go no start so
Wow.
yeah. That's really doctor. You have the right connection.
Wow.
Everyone started to need to change so.
It's not.
Wow, I'm not fine.
Wow. 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 It's all God. We give all the glory to Him. We give all the So now after 6 years, you have to go through miscarriages. We can only imagine, because We don't know how it feels. No, we don't know. We can't tell how it feels. We will say, okay, we are holding hand, but dear Kostopane, dear, the open mono, or take. Because me tear me old video one day, you know, catch and say, Obe all bubbly, you are dressed up, makeup, now we say, Bibia, say, dear Kosono, how say, but was so droop fear. Now, feel the summa caternity, next swing, you bet so sad. That moment, those difficult times, nobody is there with you. Wow. You.
At times, the many million you say, at times, almost accepting those, they are moving them with their body language. That's what say now.
Yeah.
Wow. Sure. Sure. I mean, that is a good way to interpret the things people do around you. And it's good to have a good perception like that. You think right, you're able to perceive right things, even from every nasty software, every bad situation, you're able to something good out of so that you don't lose your own energy. I've read so much about these metaphysics books, and one of the things that I love to do now is to be at a place that I have good energy. You decide it. You meet a person who will not keep good energy, you leave them, you keep on moving. Because then it's your life. It is nobody's life, it is your life. So you harness good energy around you. If a person will not bring it, no, don't. If there's something bad, out of the bad is something good, and pick the good one and keep on moving. I mean, if not, you die before your time. You may say the devil, not the devil. It's you that didn't know what to do to make your life easier. Let me read a comment here. I'm sure the time, sorry, the time seems to be gone and gone and gone and gone. I think I saw the woman of God, Mrs. Judith Acquaah Santi, saying, God bless Mr. and Mrs. Ogumola. God bless you. So God bless them for their effort. My papa is here. Papa, I salute you. Apostle Clement, God bless you. Yes, the name for the bakery, the place on Facebook is Mami Betty Ajimai. You just log in that you can get to the page and then make all your requests. I mean, you want the numbers so you can get it right there and then have it too. Mrs. said, Stu, I've repented.
Oh, then I have stopped the surprise I was bringing to you because I was preparing a surprise for you from the Royal Delicious Kitchen. Okay.
That is a good one.
I stopped it.
Mami Jewa, God bless you always for being here showing love. He said this thing called pregnancy. Yes, pregnancy is always something you can take for granted. See, Mama, Mrs. Cecilia, Mommy, I salute you long time. Thanks for being here. Always a joy and honor seeing you here. I show love. It's a glory be to our faithful God from Mrs. Judith Acquaah Asante. And Anajewa right. He says, it is normal to have worries and concerns about pregnancy. You may worry about labor pains or whether you will have a healthy child. In most people, these concerns usually pass and don't affect their daily lives or cause great anxiety. Some people, though, have much stronger fears about pregnancy and childbirth. That is true. I mean, that is so true. So today that you give birth and then you are hearing the child is this, the child is this. When we hear you are quiet, you don't even know what to do. I mean, and today we hear it more than ever. I mean, sometimes I'm like, where are we going to? I don't know, sincerely, I'm doing my research. I hope one day I'll be able to make a whole video on that as to why these things happen. So it happens more than it has ever happened in time of history. Mami, delicious kitchen, he said, wow, so lovely. Sure. Sorry. He said, do something. You enjoy that is just for you. Chill out to some music, close your eyes, gently massage your bum. Do what makes you feel peaceful. If you are finding it difficult to relax your mind, try mindfulness or meditation. Okay, she gave a page that you can go to have all those. I mean, that means if you have problem holding yourself out of the things that you fear of, you can do these things, and then I mean, you need massage. She said you need a massage. You need to free your mind and make yourself peaceful, and then relax your mind, because don't forget, until the mind relax, the whole body is already in shambles. I know the time is very short.
It's really, but I want to emphasize so a little about what Lady Rita said. It is very, very important. She said the whole 6 years that she waited, one thing that she identified of herself, that it was fear that was carrying her through those periods. And so she said she prayed through that God should help her, that the next time she conceived, God should take away that fear from her. And truly, truly, when she got pregnant, that fear was taken away. It is not that it was taken away because she was not feeling it, or things around were not happening for her not to have fear. They were happening. She said she saw, she was bleeding at a point, but she told herself, she spoke to that bleeding, that I'm not paying attention to you. So the fear, it is not that you will not experience, you will experience, but you will tell yourself, you will not allow it to affect you. You will pray it through and stand on the word of God that He has said to you, and that is what will carry you to that period. It is very, very important. Wow. Very, very important. Our time is far too gone. I think our couple, our guests have touched on all the discussion that we needed to have, and so we want to let them go, but we will not let them go before without them telling us, okay, how parenting is going, how baby Becky is feeling. When they see baby Becky, what comes into their mind, like, is it me? Is it me that I'm being called mommy? Is it me that I'm being called daddy? How do you feel? How is parenting going for you? Yeah,
You must make crying time because of the issue, or the issue that the week after the issue. It's a little bit so because beginning was so I don't mean and also some of the compassion as I said, my mother. It was soon met me after mother. And also this one said I because we I did not notice necessarily be a bit oh yeah. Oh yeah, so also then you compliment and then I say yo yeah no so just me down or no say me feel but we say no into the moon I never did no dey soon now we are not swimming now yes. Until the moon is up to us or manage that was 6 years ago, not only. We couldn't have been one of the TV, but just 2 years, is the we are maybe about the 70 or it's missed the needing or the million needing. Yes. Yes.
That's a good one there. Bless you.
Papa Becky. Nigeria, Papa Becky. How is it going? Oh, okay.
Bravo.
Na ade ba community si wo ba no se ni mo bi mi ese bi so we ga mo na mo e ga ti o ji su good friends mo se sa ba ti
Oh.
Ni da ma o sa se na se so pe na se be be uma sa ti mi cost baby, one fair. The woman and baby and Kaka. Many are in the sense for you to get me feel. Mama, okay. But on other responsibility. But at least 2 years communicate here. Make your neck better. Yes, papi.
Wow. Baba.
Time to do so. Let's go. Or $1 time. You have to off with your tablet. So good. I'm not going to be doing that.
Thank God.
Wow.
This is not make us say, oh, mommy, more papa. Oh, my big money house and only a kid make up.
I mean, I like those thoughts that were just shared. To just look at the idea to see that thing that we prayed for. If you are not careful, you're now going to look at it as a burden. It's something when I deal with young parents, I always say it. God to help us that we don't see our children as a burden already. We may not do everything we like every time, every now and then. But if you actually went through a child before, some people never prayed for it and they came. That's different. Even that one self, you still push. Don't forget it. You are still promoting the child. So definitely there is something that you wish for your child. There is that thing that birth twins that go within you and the child. That's the connect both of you. So you can't take any of it for granted. But the part of it that is bad for us is when you begin to look at it as a burden. You need the discretion, like she just said, to be able to handle. Oh, okay. That means there's another way out. Instead of me feeling bad and saying this child is this, of course they are learning. Allow them to learn. I mean, sometimes when I see my wife doing that, when you were a child, you know what you were doing. I mean, allow the children, allow them to be children. I mean, I know sometimes the children can be somewhere, but more room for patience because they are learning. Allow them to learn. Allow them to grow. Don't try to pick growth out of them too early. Sometimes it may not help. It's okay if they get matured earlier, but allow them to grow. And I think this process builds more a child, and then it helps the baby because they are already mature. You no longer have to struggle when they get to certain age and time. I mean, that to me is a very good advice you gave right there. Sincerely, God richly bless you. Don't forget it. Parenting is not an easy work. They just said it. It takes grace and it takes wisdom to be able to do it. And if God don't help you, let me tell you, if God don't help you, your knowledge will not be able to do it. My wife will tell me, we've dealt with couples who, if you see the couple outside, they are perfect couple, like they are knowledgeable. You don't expect their children to go with, but their children go wayward. You meet people who don't know anything. I mean, forgive me. Almost say this couple, they don't know anything. Yet you see their children, I mean, like that, perfect. How can it be? So you could be a king, rough like Saul, have a good son like what is Saul's name? Saul's son's name? I forgot the name. Jonathan. Thank you. A son like Jonathan. Then you could actually have a good son like a good king like David, and have a bad son like Absalom. So it takes the grace of God to raise you. It's not lips, it's not skill. It takes God. So God says, I help you, then it's easier. But if God don't, you will need, you are not sure what I will tell you, you will need what you don't need to be able to raise your child. And I pray that God will help all of us. We are young parents, we know we're learning to unlearn and then relearn. That is why we are on Inside Studio. I see my mama, my mommy has salute you. Always a joy and honor to see you here.
Wow, it's been an awesome time with the Acquaahs at the Inside Studios to share their experience with us, their waiting time with us. And we have learned a lot. We have learned a lot. I believe that you also out there, you have also picked out 1 or 2 nuggets. I will let Mr. Acquaah give us their final words and then we call it a day. So anything that you would like to share, finally, so we call it a day.
Okay. I'm not going to make a say. So I'm not very happy. Make a say. Yeah, I'm begin of the night. I'm say. I'm Nini na mbege na kuso. So who feel and say nini na fiso. But we are on this one. And this is not fiso because we share different characters. Different characters now we share now. What should we? But let us say, how much now we show? How much now?
Thank you.
That means that at that time we become a position and VP. Never lose hope. Whatever you hear, whatever that with the third party or second party, which is a music, everything I talk about, one winner only makes so many. Every year I'm saying, Mother. Me namo me triplete ba sakami mu bega me namo me triplete ba anti so me mo ka kana ube kana so I'm telling my colleagues and my junior brothers out there that they should wait their faith. And you should be something like many years to put just aside, hatred, enviness. Apart from these things, you are good to go.
Try to put jealousy aside, enviness. Without these ones, you are perfect. You are ready to go. I mean, I salute my evangelist Benedict Abuati. I think I remember your face a little bit. I saw your name at first, but when I saw it, I mentioned I didn't see you. I hope I remember your face a little bit at the camp meeting. Evangelist, I salute you. It's sincerely a blessing and honor to see you here, sharing with you. I think my good road. Oh, I almost missed my family. Mommy, you are here. You are just here. Actually, we are. Sorry.
I think this interview before YouTube.
But YouTube, yes, please.
Me auntie Betty, me mama Betty, without me she let me. My father we hospital. Even though me auntie me never been any surprise. We done a week and a half, all the way from New York. Within 2-3 days, you know, not easy.
Wow.
Of a fair winter for good 1 week.
Let's see. You've heard it, eh?
Mr. Dynasty, boy.
We salute you. I mean, that is a good work done on the behalf of the couple. Please, you can say what you want to say before you run up, please.
And my father, it is a family, and my mom is a mom from someone. Because only with the minute me can be put the beginning income. This is a mission farmer. A mission farmer because on my no course from a mission.
God bless you too. I mean, that is something beautiful that we can't take for granted. I know the time is far gone and we truly want to wrap up this.
Wow, it's been, thank you so much. We have learned a lot. We have learned a lot. The things that we have to know, how to support the couples in waiting, what to say to them, what not to say, how to relate to them. We have learned a lot. How supportive we can be, what we can do around them that will help them, what we can do, what we do that does not help them. We have learned all that. They have shared much about how people were supportive to them. They have shared on the things that they themselves had to do, how they had to identify some of the things that were making them have fear, and so to pray. Prayer was very important, played a very big role in their 6 years in waiting until God glorified himself. Wow. We have learned also about parenting. It is the Inside Studios, yes, the Virtuous Woman. And we want to say a very big thank you to Mr. and Mrs. for coming. We are so much grateful for your time. Yeah. We are surprised by the story because we have been around you, but we really didn't know much about what. We only knew the years, we knew that, okay, it took this, but we didn't know what you were going through. Wow. Thank God. We thank God. Viewers, we thank you also for always making time with us. We can't take it for granted. We say God richly bless you. This is the Inside Studios, where we say we learn to unlearn and to relearn. And also on the Virtuous Woman, we say take one day at a time and be the best that you can be.
I mean, it's as easy to say you have to be the best you can be. There is nothing more than that. Anything less will be against God's standard. But there's something they said I like. They are able to make it because they had God in the center. Now somebody said, so they were able to make it with God. That means without God, it becomes very impossible to be able to make these things happen. Yes. You don't have God at home, you don't have God in your heart, it will be an honor and a privilege to lead you to Him. After that, this is why we do what we do here. If you want to accept as your personal savior, to help you make it easy. I mean, I like this adage in the Infante, say, that is, say, when it is carried by two, it becomes lighter in weight. And if you have somebody to help you carry, and it's a big man, the big G, he can help you carry, take you through to come through for the breakthrough. If you will accept the Lord as your personal savior, it will be a joy to lead you to the Lord. Let's pray together. You want to accept the Lord. Say after me, say, dear Lord, I thank you for your word. I accept them as Savior. Come into my life, be my Lord and my personal Savior. Satan, I denounce you. Today, I declare Christ Jesus as my Lord and my personal Savior. I receive forgiveness of my sins, and I ask for grace to live my Christian life in word, in deed, in thought, and in action. So help me, God. Amen. To pray that prayer, you just got born again and you are recruited from the kingdom of darkness into His marvelous light. My greatest joy. When someone says, George, I got born again. I have boosts. I have that I can send to you to make this your new walk with God. Especially if He has only two like this, but I have great men behind me, and if you need the counseling, you need to be helped, I can guarantee somebody can help you. Want to find a church with us, we can direct you to find church closer. And guess what? We are here for you, and we are making sure that you will make it to heaven. When the trumpet sound, we won't leave you here. We will go with you to heaven. Folks, till next time. Peace and love to you. Blessings to your soul. Bye for now.